first thing that I do is find a couple blank pages and glue them together with an acid-free glue. That will give more stability for your mixed media, anything that you will use to alter your page. Then I use a fine point pen and I pretty much box the text that I want to use that will drive the art. Next, I use some gesso, and you can see that I'm using my fingers. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can use a brush. And I'm pretty much blocking out the text that I don't want to emphasize. So this particular gesso is a nice thick. There's different thicknesses of gesso, and you can also get it in black or white. So I'm just, again, just whiting out, covering that text. Okay, so now I have the text that I really want to emphasize, and I'm taking some scrapbook paper and kind of laying it out, measuring it on the opposite page, because I want to cover that page and use it as a backdrop for some of my images. So I'm just fitting that onto the page. I just used some acid-free glue, but you can use heavier sealant if you want, like a Mod Podge or some kind of a sealant if you preferred to seal over the entire page. I'm also using some gesso to kind of blend the book page with the scrapbook paper. And now I am looking for some visual images in an art magazine that I get through my local, I'm a member of an art museum, but you can really use anything that is of interest to you. There's a lot of choices out there. Because the text talks about a medieval princess taking refuge in an ancient cathedral, I wanted a picture that had a cathedral in it, and I was so lucky to find one. So I lucked out. This magazine had everything I needed. And now I'm looking for a princess, and I found an image. Same artist, John Singer Sargent, painted this oil in 1913, and it's a portrait of Sybil. And the cathedral painting was also by John Singer Sargent, 1918 oil, and it is called Ruined Cathedral. So I really lucked out again. It's amazing what you can find. So I'm just kind of laying out the pictures now, and I'm actually putting a little of that gesso on that cathedral image to give it some interest and texture, as if it were fresh plaster. I need something for that backdrop of the woman. So I found some really pretty gold textured scrapbook paper that I thought would add some dimension and interest. So I've layered basic floral scrapbook paper, and now I'm layering kind of a crinkled gold, and then I'll put the image of the woman. It kind of matches the draping gold of her dress or her cloak. I'm also using a Pitt pen, big brush pen that I just inked the edges of that painting to cover the white. Now I have my watercolor crayons, Caran d'Ache. You can use anything that's water soluble. And I'm just adding some colors, all tones really that are more muted, golds and browns. I ended up adding a little bit of terracotta and some blues. And what's neat about gesso is it does accept paint and inks really well. So I'm just kind of going over the rest of the page with some color and using my watercolor brush. It's going really quickly and it's really easy. So you really don't need a lot to alter a page, just a few materials. So I'm just kind of working it over until I'm happy with the end result. I'm going to read the whole text since you can't quite see it. It starts out, "It was breathtakingly beautiful here." That's the first box that I've highlighted. The second paragraph is, "She was a medieval princess taking refuge in an ancient cathedral. The stark white branches of the sycamore across the clearing were the soaring marble pillars. Or maybe she was a princess on another planet, taking refuge in the heart of the giant sacred jewel." That's really all there is to altering a page. Just use your imagination and let your creativity soar. Thanks for watching. Bye.